Clothing?
I'm Tay, Carte. I'm a CEO, brand director, creative director. My brother since first grade. We started this when we was about 18, fresh, graduating out of high school, trying to figure out what to do. He's like well versed in design. He had his own clothing line first coming up in high school, like ninth grade, eighth grade. Basically, as far as the brand goes, marijuana and bullshit. Marijuana represents doing what you love to do in any regards to life, and bullshit represents the people and things that hold you back from that. And as far as the brand goes, you just want to represent for the culture, represent a different lifestyle, kind of representing like what Wiz and Currency brought to the music game. We want to kind of like bring that to clothes and bring a whole new look to marijuana culture and what it is now in 2015.
Yeah. Yeah, as creative director, I have always had a touch for the streetwear industry. Before Wiz, was really messing with the diamond supply and everything. I used to make music too when I was younger, like 9th, 10th grade, just the same time I was doing my first brand. And it kind of just turned into me doing graphics, started making MySpace profiles and stuff like that. Me and the cartel, we always had like visions of a bigger living. Well, fully functional streetwear brand. So I'll say not typically, but you'll typically see the same. You'll see T-shirts, you'll see your sweatshirts, sweatpants. You never know. We may get into shoes. What we might get into fashion-wise, I'll try to keep that on the hush-hush. But one major thing that I can speak on right now is that coming up in this area, being fans of other clothing lines like high fashion lines that we were accessible to us, like Ralph Lauren polos. You have your Armani Exchange, your Hugo Boss. I always wanted to incorporate the high fashion aspect of it and put it into streetwear. And so I don't personally, am down with all the, leather and some other stuff. I like to still be able to wear my clothes very comfortably, no matter where I am. Anybody feeling some type of way or looking at me weird or something. I just want to get back to the roots of streetwear, and that is wearable fashion in the streets, and still put a edgy taste on it, keep it simplistic and those things. Those are the attributes I look at for clothes.
I think it's helpful just in
the legal standpoint, probably.
Just in the legal standpoint and the standpoint that shows everybody that we were right all this time. 5 years ago, our parents was looking at us like we was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that many kids really like smoking and like saying, "Yo, I smoke weed, come smoke with me," type shit. Like everybody smokes, everybody does their drugs or whatever now. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But like 5 years ago, it was like, you smoke weed? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Go smoke weed. But like, it just makes everything we've been doing valid for real. So like, as legal laws change, different states are getting legalized. And like every time a state will get legalized, and like we'll be making a move too. My parents will be looking at me like, oh well, maybe it's not as bad. I kind of see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's still not fully there yet. So like now with it hitting home, hitting DC, and I can like your parents can say something like, oh yeah, don't be out with weed. I'm like, it's legal. Everything I've been talking about, everything I've been trying to tell you about, like how it's not bad and it's just not everything is cracked up to be on the evil side. And I think people need to lighten up and see that, and I think that shows through our brand. So people see us out there smoking weed, doing whatever, but they also see we running the store every day, and we've been dedicated to building the brand for 5 years, and they were like, oh well, that's an example of what marijuana culture is. Like it's so much deeper than what people usually imagine. So like us being what we are as a brand, it gives the culture a whole new face. Our man's Drew does like marketing and helps us out generally.
definitely sharpens iron. So I feel like that's the crowd we've always kept around us anyway. The crowd that wants to see us succeed. You know. Now, to be honest, before this store, we got a lot more. Let me get this for free. Let me get this for free stuff. You know. But a lot of people that have come to the store that were fans before, or that bought product before, whatever, you know, they just knew about us. They've been so much more willing to hand out a dollar, you know, because they really want to support. They love seeing what we're doing. I mean, we just had a guy, you know, help us out move that stage in the back, and once he saw so many young people, you know, he just stopped for a second and said, "Hey, man, I want y'all to know I'm real proud of you guys," you know, and came in the store, started looking at shirts, wanted to buy something just off of the fact, I guess he believes and understands what we're trying to do and what we're trying to go through. So the friends out there who are helping us, shout out to you, man.
Shout out to everybody.
I was like, so just talking about just the growth and like in its finality, or what do you want to see?
For this spot or just the
Just
brand?
just the brand in general.
The brand in general? Man, I'm trying to have boutiques. I'm trying to have them spread out across the world. You know, that's really what I want to see. Everybody smokes weed across the world, and I want to see our clubs, and I want to see the people that represent that culture and go after and follow the same type of idealistic, you know, emotions we have, you know. So that's really what I see. I see that. I see your favorite rapper wearing it to the club. I feel like you will see that. The ones that get it, they will fuck with it.
How different streetwear brands move, and I see like somebody like Nike moves. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I don't think nobody can tell me exactly why they wear Nike. They just think it fit their lifestyle. You feel me? So at the end of the day, just to be recognized as kind of like the Nike of this marijuana lifestyle thing that we want, because really the marijuana culture, this whole lifestyle, it really even hit like its top peak. It ain't even halfway there yet. You feel me? So like for us to be on, we're probably not the first brand, but the first brand that I've seen to go in this direction, how we are, just based off us having to start in this time period from 2009 to now. Feel me? All that culture that we sucked up in between those times. We definitely like the first lifestyle brand trying to like go our route, and I just want to see that reach its
We
peak.
first got down here, I think Makedo had an event, we had an art show, and Gravity had an event. And social media went crazy, you know what I'm saying, about A Street. Like,
A Street's the new hot spot.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, A Street was so lit. It's gonna be like this every summer. Like that's something that we're giving to the people as a whole. You know, Keto and Gravity. We're delivering a lifestyle and culture out here, and the whole reason to come out here, and a reason to shop, and a reason to spend money, and a reason to appreciate art. You know, and I think that means a lot, especially for the brand, and again for that foundation that we're trying to continue building